And we're back for the last time tonight here at the Post Esports Masters. Once again, Frostana, you are here with me. Are you ready for Game 4?
I'm always ready for Game 4, but also for all the other games, of course. No preferences there. But yeah, it's nice to finish such a day with a banger matchup. Hitmonli fighting against the top dog, the Royal Fam Esports.
Yeah, Hitmonli, that looked really, really good in Game 1 tonight. Will they be able to maybe knock down the current king here at the Post Esports Masters, or will they be able to stay on top of the leaderboards? This is what we're gonna see very soon once we're headed towards the game, which we will do just about now. And here we are, dear everyone, in the Summoner's Rift for the fourth and final game of tonight. Royal Family versus Hitmonli.
Yeah, and with that, just to talk a little bit about the draft, we had the Draven first pick from Dan into Karma Senna, which is a pretty potent, which are two pretty potent picks, of course. Then Nautilus, Nidalee, actually. Nidalee, funny to see that, into Hawaii, or Huawei, however. And then into Pizza Hawaii, who knows? Nobody knows this guy. And then Viego into Yasuo, Darius von Axo makes me really happy. Into Braum, and we have a double invade going on, by the way. But nobody hits each other. Oh, no, the face checks, but no, they run away.
I was gonna say, this is the situation where you're like, wait, you did the same as we did? We had the same idea?
We have some wards getting dropped, and in the end, nobody dies. By the way, the Karma got swapped to the top lane because Braum is such a wonderful counter pick to Nautilus. And in the end, we have kind of a fun draft by Royal Fam with so many funny picks. Oh no.
And here we have a catch in the jungle. Yorick Owens forced to flash over the wall to survive here. That's a rough one.
That's really rough one. Especially he already leveled Q, so maybe with the ultimate W, he can just out-sustain them and run out. But in the end, just a quick flash solves all of his problems.
Yes.
And with all of those early game picks like Nidalee, like Darius, like Draven, even a aggressively played Yasuo in the mid lane can be really, really obnoxious. This Royal Fam squad definitely wants to make a quick game here, I believe. Not a skating one, just crush them on every single lane and hopefully it works. While Hitmonli definitely have a skating trap.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes, if they'll be able to get to those stages. Currently very aggressive start on the top lane for Axo, who keeps a huge CS lead already.
In a range against melee, normally the range champion should have the prio and the more farm. But Darius is maybe not a range champion, but he's definitely as annoying as a range champion.
Lubu coming in with the gang on the bot lane as Royal Family is a bit far into the lane. Lots of damage already falling onto Zedok, but so does it on the enemy AD carry. Zedok is able to pick up the first blood on this Drave and even gets the second kill. No, Lubu gets the second kill here, but Zedok is able to survive with barely any HP left.
Yeah, what a crazy gank there. Was really, really close. Dan committed to trying to kill Zedul Q, but it didn't work out for him. And in the end, just 2 kills for Hitmonli. So basically, they kind of got a good first game of today against Red Lion, and now they try to get something out against a Royal Fam as well.
Yeah, however, they're not gonna let themselves be, as here Lubu gets caught by the Nidalee player of Royal Family, which is Valyrian. They're able to push him quite far away, but not get the kill.
This Braum Q kinda slowed a ton, I don't know. This Nidalee was slowed for ages and couldn't chase Lubu, but in the end now sits there to get the crump. Just knows those spawn timers well enough to just get it, but Seduku is there to maybe carry, maybe steal it or just get her away. So it's contested. In the meantime, Viego is on the crux, and yeah, it's kind of after a really aggressive start of the game. Now both sides get a little bit slower.
Yeah, they definitely do. Nobody wants to risk anything. Royal Family needs to slowly get back into the game after this minor setback, as some people would say, situation on the bot lane, which of course is not to be underestimated. I mean, Dan is doing a pretty good job overall with the CS. He's quite far ahead when it comes to that. And for him on this Draven, this could prove dangerous.
Oh, now Lubu is the one invading.
Yeah. Both junglers seem to have personal dots to take against each other. There was rotation for both top lanes. Careful, the flash in from Axo onto Yorigorwins. He dies because the gear... No, not even. He wasn't even level 6 yet. He got level 6 from the kill. Careful now as the mid lane has joined up. Lubu is also just around the corner. This could be dangerous for either side. Especially since now, Fu from Royal Family is also joined in. Very nice last breath here. They pick up the kill on Lubu. And with that, situation looks overall really good for Royal Family now.
Yeah, they tried to play it with the ultimate of Y, but it wasn't enough. And then the hook into the Yasuo ultimate was just clean. It's a little knock up, and it just instantly worked out. Sadly, no Karthus in the team, so this Draven gets into the base and no Senna ult to snipe him. But still, botlane is actually winning this matchup. Like I said, this Braum pick is just a really strong pick. Oh, Bolo! A Bolo in the top lane and we didn't see it. Sad. But like I said, this Braum pick just works well against Nautilus in general.
And this matchup, both junglers are most definitely already in the 5th gear. Moving around the map, invading each other, doing a gank here, taking the objectives, going for the cross-map play. They just keep it going here.
Yeah, now we have this little late swapperoo. Both mid laners top lane, both top laners mid lane. But they probably will swap back. Oh, there comes a teleport actually. So Uwai will stick to the top lane at the moment. Now the Void Krabs get taken down by Valyrian and Axo.
Yes. Already had done one, delayed the 2 others. Finish him off with help. See a bit of a situation on top side on the minimap. They're very close to each other, yes. Life Magi on the way, getting a lot of damage. He's not getting away. The spear flies, would have hit if he hadn't died already at that point.
And it's just Ghost Darius just running down squishies without flash. Was well played for Axo. He didn't even need to ult. Ult was still on cooldown, but the damage is just too high. And then of course he has tier 3 boots while Uwai had none, so he could just always out.
Yeah, we had a very nice hook coming in from Shinrim for an engagement situation. Turn around as he got a load of damage, but Dan with the level 6 was able to dish out so much damage on Seidokol, and they keep it going. Luckily for Hitmonli, Lubu just around the corner is able to join in and maybe get return kill on the enemy support with the hook next to Dan. Picks up the double kill here on the bot lane.
And Lubu is just killing them in the bot lane. 3 little double. Oh, Yorick Owen needs to be a little bit careful. There's Valyrian.
Spear goes over, but almost hits.
But without a hook, there's no kill. So, but still invaded red buff. Good cross map play there by Valyrian against Lubu. But at the moment, at least first Drake was for Hitmonli. So, at least some objectives, some kills, and from the total goals, it's still even. So, Hitmonli definitely trying to keep up the pressure against Rolfam.
Yeah, I mean, currently in terms of gold, we still have a very, very close game between both teams, subjective-wise as well. Wandering on one side, Grubs on the other. Maybe Kaj on Shunrim gets away with the hook. Here comes the Senna ulti, and that's the kill for Blythe Magi on his way.
Yeah, another one for him. Now 2 kills already. And that was just a clean catch on Shunrim. Again, by the Braum. Braum just doing God's work against Nautilus.
Yeah, absolutely. Works really well in their favor. And here another catch on to Dan. Will he be able to escape it with so much CC? Might get the kill on the Braum. Careful with the turret. Oh, the double kill for Dan. And that's really dangerous because he's cashing in quite a bit of money now with the stacks he had.
Yeah, and especially just 2 kills, which is a lot, especially, I mean, the turret ramped up, and that Senna dies just by 2 turret shots. That's really, really unlucky, but it worked out. A little bit too aggressive by the bot lane of Hitmonli.
MLG here on his way as well of dodging those skill shots because that could have become dangerous. And overall, very close game. Both teams taking things and taking other things for the other team then. Yes, this was a very, very insightful comment.
Don't worry.
Ooh!
Almost a steal by the spear.
It would have been a funny steal, to be fair.
Yeah, Nidalee just... But still, I mean, Nidalee usually is the jungler who out-farms other junglers, but this time gets out-farmed. So a little bit lacking there in terms of farm behind Lubu, who also had 2 kills more, so at the moment a clear jungle diff for Hitmonli.
Yeah, Lubu is really good in this game, but with this hook, he's not gonna go far. Dies at the hands of Valyrian, as now Royal Family turns their attention on this Braum. The hook lands onto the turret, followed up by a last breath from their mid lane, and they keep the tower dive going. It's Dan who tanks the turret in a maybe a bit with a taunting manner. They pick up the kills on Hitmonli and some more platings for the AD carry as well.
At least Platform G gets tower plating by its own. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is the caster curse. You say something about someone and then instant karma.
Yeah.
Lubu just, after I said jungle diff, instantly dies.
But he definitely reclaims his title here, but taking out the kill is unable to take the Drake, unfortunately, but definitely a good stand here from Hitmonli, who do not give up this Drake for free.
Yeah, I mean, it was instant karma again, because I said it was bad that he dies there and instantly he does something great, right? So, caster curse exists, definitely. Sometimes words have power, and sometimes, even though it's replay, it all happened, and in the past, we still can caster curse them. It's amazing.
It's inverted intuition, you know.
Yeah, true.
So actually, what your brain thinks, you should firmly stand by the contrary, and you'll be right.
Yeah. So if he is gapping, if he is gapping Valyrian, then I should say Valyrian is doing a better job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Valerian on top, and look where we're now. Both junglers have 3 kills.
3-1? Yeah. They both gapping each other. I mean, did you see this double jungle gap? It's really
It's completely
really cool.
insane. Everybody is winning, and here we have it, dear viewers. Everybody is winning.
That's good. Yeah, one thing which isn't quite working for Hitmonli is the farming departure. For Lubu it is, but for the rest they all get kinda out-farmed by their counterpart, and that's kinda give them a little gold lead at least, but there's Dan just dying on his Draven. Good catch there by the team of Hitmonli.
Yes, however, in the meantime, Herald being done on the top side. One thing to note as well, which is not directly noticeable here, but if you take a look at the minimap, oh, another catch. However, here it's Lubu's dying. The bot lane of Hitmonli joins up, but a bit too late to help him out, as now situation turns around. Ooh, this could be dangerous. Another hit. Ooh, nice hook from Shunrim. Sedokel is trying to flee, but is not going to be able to get away. I really like the way Shunrim sidestepped here in order to not get the root onto Valerian, which allowed him to get the kill on Sedokel. Ooh, this gotta hurt. And I was going to say, the turrets are really low on sides of Hitmonli. Tier 1 on top lane being done. We have a TP coming in on the top lane here by Blavmal-G. Lubu is also there. They should be able to take the kill on Axe. So they do. In the meantime, mid lane turret, however, which falls. Bot lane turret is also already really low.
Driving.
They're taking the charge again on the bot lane. They don't need it for the tier 1 bot lane. Oh, those angles! Oh, this would have been so beautiful.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, he lost his driver license.
Yeah.
He just rammed the rock.
And have you seen the guy? He just keeps on putting his anchor on people, and it just goes headfirst in walls the whole time.
Yeah.
But he's good at it, at least. He's good at it.
Yeah, that's right. He's good at ramming people. That's crazy. And the wall, of course. But there was one funny situation where Shunrim hooked Sedoku, and then you said good hook, but then the spear missed it. And then I was wondering, was it a good hook because they caught in the end the Senna, or was it a bad hook because if he wouldn't have hooked, the spear would have hit and probably Senna would have died. So it was kind of a good and a bad hook. It's paradox, right? It was good and bad at the same time. No, not bad, but I mean, unfortunate that the spear wasn't hitting it, right? So.
But the takeaway was that Sedokel was cooked either way.
Yeah, true. It's the paradox. In the end, they won. So those are the best paradoxes.
Those are the best paradoxes. Well, as now we start to get further into this game, Royal Family keeps the pressure up. They're ready to take this tier 2 on the mid lane. Hitmonli tries to defend against it, but 2 members already down. Now the last breath onto Lubu, tries to do some work here, but is going to die. And with that, Hitmonli completely scattered. Need to fall back. Sedokel dies as well here, and that's a Naze with a triple kill for Royal Family, who, well, before they started to get a gold lead, now have a definite, considerable advantage in this game.
The big ace there. They even tower dived 2 turrets. First, the first tier 2 turret, and then they killed the tier 2 turret just to tower dive the inhib as well. In the end, by Axo. What a well played fight there. Initiated, of course, by Axo hooking 2 people, and then a great flank by the Yasuo player. Yeah, and just getting 5 free kills and a Drake on top.
Yeah, and the fighting continues here in the enemy jungle, while Valerian confirms here the Drake joins up with the team. Lubu is able to get the shutdown on Axo. This is looking really good of a turnaround for Hitmonli as they keep the chase going. Shunrim is not going to get far away either. Neither will Dan, as Lubu decides to just go for him under the turret. Is going to die from the turret hits, but got so much shutdown money in this single fight that I think it was definitely worth it. Plus they take finally their first turret in the form of this tier 1, and with that even get some objective bounty.
Yeah. Royfam just aced Hitmonli just to be almost aced by Hitmonli.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something. In the end, of course, Yasuo didn't die, so it wasn't a full ace. But they lost 2 full turrets for that with objective bounty. So plenty of money now for Hitmonli, which definitely worked out for them, and a lot of kills also on the correct target. So maybe Hitmonli can bounce back out of that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they still find some angles. There's still a chance there. If they get the right people out of the way early enough in the fight, it looks really good for them. The Troll family still is in a stronger position. Let's not lie. I mean, there is still a 5k gold difference, which is just quite considerable, even at this stage of the game. But, you know, being far ahead sometimes that gets to your head, and you make mistakes you wouldn't otherwise because you think you're stronger than you actually are.
And they just
But
get
no.
the next winning team point, maybe.
Yeah. Doesn't happen for Royal Family as they keep on going. 80 carry picks up the kill against the other one. Flash out for Blythe Malji. Lubu coming in from the side, but just a tad bit too late to fight as a whole team. Gets CC'd to the death. Blythe Malji now with barely a pixel of health is going to be killed by Valerian, who just keeps the chase going with his spears. Like a true predator. Fitting the skin that he's got here.
Like a true kitty cat, playing with some toys, and in the end, beating them to death, just to play them with them again and again.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the final siege, maybe, of the game.
Yeah, it looks like this could indeed be the final siege. Hitmonli making kind of a last stand, get the CC onto Axel, lots of damage falling however on Sadokal, who dies in a matter of seconds. Fight unfolds, there's a lot of damage coming out from Hitmonli still, but it's not enough as Valerian just shreds through them together with Dan out of position. However here, he is going to be killed by the enemy Hui. But Dan, still full life, ready to rumble here with Axo. 3v3 situation, they're able to get away, and Hitmonli's defense works.
Yeah, I think that Royfam is playing a little bit too much. Like I said, the kitty cat is maybe just too much playing with the prey. Hitmonli with a great game, I mean 16 kills against Royfam, they definitely try to keep it up and get a trade, get an almost ace, get the turrets, so they're only trying their best to still win this game, but I think the gold lead now and all those item leads is just too much to actually win it. So Royal Fam, maybe with the next Baron, they can just take it down, or just run them down if they try to.
Yeah, they just decide to keep it going. Axel finds a purchase here, but they are in a 3v5 situation as Rukup and Dan have to come from the side, but they are there now. The Yasuo in the middle of the enemies is not going to survive long, however, with that CC. Malji is able to keep Royal Family at their tails. The situation now turns around 5v4 in favor of Hitmonli. Dan is going to try to kite his way out of this, gets a lot of damage on the enemies here, without taking any himself, as their focus is not on him, but it should have been maybe, because he is dangerous. Shenram goes for the hook here, goes Ori, but now 2 members down on sides of Hitmonli. We have Valerian on the hunt for the enemy mid lane, while the rest of his team is going into the base. Shenram between the 2 towers just takes those hits like a true champion, who dies at the hands of Yorick Owens, but that's no issue for him. Valerian is still going on, trying to look for the spear. No, does not hit, but Axo and him might sandwich Malji here. No, he jumps onto him, that's the kill. Finally, they do get the enemy mid laner. They keep the siege going, but now careful, members of Hitmonli having respawned. It is a fair 3v3 here at the turret. 3v2, because Valerian decides to not join in right off the bat. Tensions rise. Dan is dangerous. They have to be careful because he is pretty good on this champion. Andre Draven picks up the first kill in this fight. Dies, however, at the hands of Sadokal now as Valerian joins back in. Situation looks good again, kind of for all family, but it's Hitmonli who picks up the kill. 2v2 at the top turret as now Shinrim is walking back down the mid lane. We have the minions taking down the first turret of the Nexus with a wave at the Inhib. The Royal Family takes top lane Inhib as well. 3 people up for both teams, and it's just this back and forth of individual kills, and we're pushing here and there, and yeah.
It's maybe not the cleanest game by Royal Fam, but it's definitely the bloodiest so far. And the one with the most kills, the most back and forth. I believe they just have too much fun. I think if Royal Fam would just play cleanly, then it would work out. But especially like in last team fight, Yasuo went to 1v3, for example, or this 3v5 where nobody could follow and stuff. Like, this team just tries to solo queue it, and I think it's fine for them because they are the top dog, and Hitmonli is the struggling team, but you shouldn't count them out. I mean, Hitmonli always gets some kills out of those situations, but no. The gold lead just sits on 9k gold after 25 minutes. Now even the Baron gets taken down. They could even go to the Drake, but I think it's not important. They can just probably finish it now with running in down top lane. Even goes to lane again. I mean, Axel just pressing Ghost, why not?
Yeah, and he goes in with the flash, gets 2 people, last breath onto damn Yorgo, and just explodes with the damage. However, the damage of Hitmonli is not to be underestimated either. Dan goes in the back line, tanks the turret, takes down a bunch of people, dies in the end, but it's okay because they still have more members up. Lubu tries to find the angle here on Valerian, struggles a bit with Live Malji. However, they are forming the last line of defense of Hitmonli here against Valerian and Axo. It's a 2v2 situation, and they go on to Axo. Careful, his damage is huge, so is Valerian's, and they pick up the kill on Lubu. Blive Malji alone tries to do something, uses here the Zonias, but he is not going to survive this, and it's the ace of Royal Family. Yoey Goins comes back just in time to kind of try to push them back, but Axo says, nah, I'm just gonna finish this game now. And with that, Royal Family stays on top.
Yeah, they do, but in what fashion? Just with a bloody one, with an unclean one, with whatever, but a win is a win. Nobody looks at the stats in the end. They can just look at the standings and just say, yeah, we are 4-0. We did not get contested in any way or shape or form. But Hitmonli definitely contested them and tried their best. It wasn't enough, sadly, but I think this game shows that Royal Fam is beatable. Maybe if they play a little bit too much, but they are definitely beatable. Not this time, but maybe in another game.
Yeah, definitely. Overconfidence can be quite detrimental to you if you're not careful. I think Hitmonli did a wonderful job here indeed. They had a great first game, and this game against Royal Family wasn't half so bad. They really had a good run in the start until at some point Royal Family started picking up the pace, and then they started having a rougher time. But I'm quite excited to see what those teams, all of those teams, have in store for us over the next few days, because of course they'll be facing each other a second time. There is always room to adapt, there is always room to improve. Now, I think after today's games, we can maybe take a look at the leaderboards, which should be updated. We have not that many changes, especially in the upper portion here. Royal Family still on top, going 4-0. Vase Esports with 3-1, then Stabil with 2-2 make up the current top 3 teams.
Yeah, and then the 3 bottom teams with Red Lions, Snooze and Hitmonli, all 1 and 3 actually. So everything is open, and just remember that the 4th place will neither play the good nor the bad playoffs. So not the playoffs, nor the relegation, but the last 2 places will play relegation in the end. So it's really important to get those important wins like Hitmonli did today against Red Lions.
Yes, absolutely. And with that, we are starting to kind of draw out the shape of how potential playoffs could be looking like. Royal Family look very, very solid in that regard, at least. Vase as well on the way. While Stabil, they are starting to solidify their position here in the leaderboards, but the others are still pretty close, so there is still quite a few shakeups that could happen, especially for this lower part, these lower 4 spots of these leaderboards. Now, I would say we won't ramble too much. I would like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, and in the name of Post, I would also like to thank the sponsors of the show. We have a Samsung always by our side here, Kia and Plume as well. If you would like to stay up to date with what goes... Oh, wait. Something just came to my mind. We have something to uncover still, if it is by now ready. We did talk about the MVPs earlier. We had 3 nominees in the form of Dan and Valerian of Royal Family and Maze from Vase Esports. And maybe we can uncover who won the MVP title of Week 1. And as you can see, it is none other than Valerian, also known as Din Foxy, of Royal Family, who takes the Player of the Week title of Week 1 with such a beautiful KDA on top of having very, very strong games in the jungle overall.
Yeah, definitely one of those carries, and I mean, he did it today as well on his Nidalee. I mean, we said it was the jungle gap jungle.
Yep.
I mean, it's just, even though there was a big jungle gap, in the end he gapped the gap again, so it was just a phenomenal performance by his Nidalee.
Yeah, definitely. If you want to have any say in who you think could be nominated for the MVP of the week, definitely do share that in the chat if you think there is a player that did exceptionally well today or on Thursday. But do that on Thursday then. Or let us know maybe on social media. You're always welcome to follow us on Instagram, Twitter or Facebook and share your thoughts about what's going on there as well. It's also a good place to follow Division 2 a little bit, because that also goes on in parallel. We did post the results there. You can always also check on the website, or you can tune in into Nocturnal's community broadcast for that if you want to see the matches by yourself. Now, Shana, do you have anything to add here?
It was, like always, an honor to cast with you, and at least I'm back on Tuesday, but without you, sadly.
Yes. I won't be on Thursday there to cast with you. However, I think we'll have quite an exceptional replacement for me on Thursday. So definitely tune in next Thursday, 7 p.m. for day 2 of week 2 here at the Post Esports Masters. And well, Frostana will see you then. I will see you starting next week. See you.
See you.